After a Michigan crash that clearly wasn't your fault, it feels obvious you can sue the other driver. You can, but with limits. You can always go after the at-fault driver for economic losses your own no-fault coverage doesn't pay. But to sue for pain and suffering, your injury has to clear a legal threshold. And if you're found more than 50% at fault, you can't recover for pain and suffering at all. Michigan's no-fault system deliberately limits these lawsuits. To recover non-economic damages, things like pain, emotional distress, and loss of enjoyment of life, your injury has to fall into one of three categories: death, permanent serious disfigurement, or a serious impairment of an important body function. Meet one of those and the door to a pain and suffering claim opens. Miss all three and it stays closed, though your economic losses are still on the table. That middle category is where most Michigan cases are won or lost. The Michigan Supreme Court has said it takes three things. First, the impairment has to be objectively manifested, shown by real medical evidence like imaging or surgical records, not just your say-so that it hurts. Second, it has to involve an important body function, like walking, using your hands, vision, thinking, or the ability to work. Third, it has to affect your general ability to lead your normal life, which courts judge by comparing your life before the crash to after it. There's also a fault ceiling. Michigan uses modified comparative fault, with a 51% bar for pain and suffering damages. If you're found more than half responsible for the crash, you lose the right to recover those non-economic damages entirely. Your share of fault can also reduce what you collect on economic losses. Even if your injuries don't meet the threshold, there's a separate, smaller claim for your car. It's called the mini-tort, and it lets you recover vehicle damage from the at-fault driver up to $3,000, with your own collision coverage handling the rest. The catch is timing. The mini-tort deadline is 1 year from the crash, and it doesn't run through your no-fault coverage at all. So, you can always sue for excess economic losses. Pain and suffering needs death, disfigurement, or a serious impairment. More than 50% fault bars the non-economic claim. And the mini-tort covers car damage up to $3,000 within 1 year. Everything I mentioned is linked below, including the full written guide with sources. This is new lore for Fieger Law.